What time is it? Your show. Yeah, what time is it? Your show. Yeah, what time is it? Your show. Yeah, he's back from the dead. Your show. Putting it on the map, yeah. Saskatoon. Right next to New York. New York. Yeah, what show, yeah. Your show. What time is it? Your show. Yeah, time to talk some shit, yeah. Your show.
You've tuned in, yeah?
Yeah, fun Maggie. Bark, bark, wolf, wolf, who wants a treat, yeah? Keep listening.
Well, hello and welcome in to the Monday edition of your show. My name is Gary, and I'm so grateful to have you with us here yet again. Still, as far as we know, the only show to go from 4 to 5 p.m. Monday to Friday live. And we're proud of that because no one goes live. No one has, I guess it's not the balls. No one has the laissez-faire attitude of going in and realizing that it's okay to make mistakes, and we thrive on that around here because it's real, and that's the value you get when you go live. As well, we have a camera here, and this camera is world-renowned for basically the talent. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the Maggie Cam. Check her out. Look at her today. She's got a little bit of that Super Bowl hangover, I think. Nothing wrong with that, though. The Maggie Cam for our fantastic friends over at Pet Planet on 8th Street, your pet's natural grocer. When you walk into those magical doors, you are met by their greeting dog. Just like around here at the studio, Maggie's our greeting dog. Pet Planet on 8th Street has their own greeting dog. His name is Leroy, and it just so happens Maggie and Leroy are Saskatoon's puppy power couple, which is very exciting. Leroy walks you up to the till. You say hi to Mike or Rochelle in there. They get you whatever you need for your pets, and then you continue to have the greatest shopping experience of your life, be it after hours or on the weekends with Kirsten, Shar, or Chris, be it for the washing station, best in the city, right there in-house, and all the other goodies they have, including those new buckle-up collars that Maggie has a video of, another Adventure with Maggie video that you can check out on the network as she is showing off these incredible buckle-up collars, and they are a lot of fun. Again, that's with our friends over at Pet Planet on 8th Street, your pet's natural grocer. Look at her go. What a good puppy. So there was a football game yesterday. We're going to talk about that. Before we do, though, I have a very, very special guest, and I have a dragon. He's always special. He's our sweet, beautiful dragon. You know him as the co-host of The Viewing Room with the great LB. Every Tuesday, new episodes dropping. But this man, about to make his debut on the network, he was a star way, way back when we were on the radio in this beautiful city of ours. He was known as Johnny Factoid. And he's back. Ladies and gentlemen, it's Johnny Factoid!
Hello, everybody.
Clap, Dragon. There it is. Clap for our guest.
I feel like Ron Burgundy here, Gary, doing Channel 6 News, eh?
Dude, since I've started this place, I've had so many Ron Burgundy moments.
Have you? How now, brown cow?
No, more than just like reading stuff. Those two, I guess. But reading whatever's on the script, I do that way too much, way too often, and it's pretty damn ridiculous. I'm so happy to have you here, buddy. Welcome to it.
Yeah, pleased to be here, buddy. Long time coming.
It's a little bit different.
Podcast.
It's a little bit different with the cameras, eh?
It is a little nerve-wracking.
A lot of people get a little,
It's not just the voice and the radio, bud. You know.
No, and there's no editing.
Pleasure to be here.
We're live. That's what I'm talking about. People
got the kahunas to do it live, huh?
There it is. Big kahunas over here. Small kahunas here. Dragon, you met before.
Yes.
He was here for a big watch party last night, the big damn watch party.
Yeah, the big bowl.
Which was very, very fun. So before we get into our analogy of all that, when Johnny would stop by at the old place, he'd come in and he'd tell us a story about something. And then that story would lead into a musician or a band, and we'd all become smarter because of it. And it was such a cool little segment that we did. And I love bringing these ones back. Like KDME is going to make a comeback. He just took off to Mexico, but when he gets back, we're going to launch something very cool up. But all those little things that we used to do are coming back here, and that makes me so proud. So without further ado, and without any pressure at all, Johnny Factoid, take us through a little journey and teach us something about the music world.
Well, Gary, today I was cruising around the other week, listening to the radio. Mm-hmm. Well, actually, no, it was little YouTube, and the song came up. It was just on a random playlist.
Ooh,
the song
like
Man in the Moon by
Do you believe
R.E.M.
they put a man on the moon?
Great tune.
Great movie.
Great movie. Yes, I was gonna say.
Dude,
Great movie.
I totally
Jimmy?
forgot about the best impression that you've ever done for me. Andy Kaufman, bro.
Oh, better.
Okay.
You remember the best character, hands down, in that movie was got to be Tony Clifton. This is Tony Clifton. I named the
I
fair.
said it wrong.
I named the Revere. New York's greatest lounge there. Huh? Gary? Oh.
If you've seen the movie, Andy Kaufman plays Tony Clifton, and he's a role actor where he immerses himself in, like Heath Ledger in that movie with the Batman. They act like the character all the time.
Batman.
Oh, great movie. Right?
Dark
Gary?
Knight? Dark Knight?
Yeah.
Oh.
So, sorry, I totally derailed you, and this
No,
is the fun
it's
part of the
okay.
live part.
It's okay,
So,
Gary.
Man on the Moon.
I want to warn you. I'm sucking some cottage cheese right there. Oh, wait. No, that's just yours. Ah.
Tony
No.
Clifton.
Tony Clifton, great character in the movie. But anyway, great movie.
Hell yeah.
Jim Carrey played a great role. Courtney Love, you know.
I forgot she was even in that one.
Courtney. It's Courtney. You know,
Dragon, have you
whatever.
seen Man on the Moon?
I haven't. No.
Okay.
You said Man on the Moon. I thought
No,
you were talking about
never
the Cats
seen
in
Man on
Cradle
the
and
Moon.
Silver Spoon.
Great song, too.
Yeah.
Great
The little
song,
boy
too.
blue.
Look at him go.
Classic.
The reason I asked, he is a professional movie reviewer, so as we always have to
Oh,
ask him those movies,
perfect.
but not this one. So he's
Perfect.
actually useless to us right now.
Thanks.
You should go and
For the
watch-
first time ever.
You should go and watch the movie Man on the Moon. It's a great movie.
I should.
Okay,
Yeah.
I forgot that Courtney Love was in there.
Yes, she was. She
Dude.
played, I don't know, I think it was Andy's girlfriend, wife, whatever she become, but anyway.
Yep.
But so, okay, back to the song. All right, so in the song, after every line, he's got the yeah, 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 right?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Catchy, right? Of
course.
So,
Yeah,
of course,
yeah.
so the story behind that, the reason that I put it in, is he's cruising around town one day, old LA, with a buddy of his, little rocky star, went by the name of Curtis Cobain, I think it was.
Oh, I've heard of
something
that
like
guy.
that.
Yeah,
Hey,
okay.
I don't know. Apparently, he was in some Nirvana band.
Something.
I don't know.
They're probably
I-
not going
when you said
anywhere.
Had like one good song or something like that. I
Yeah.
don't know. Anyway, just cruising around with his buddy Kurt. The album Nevermind had just come out not too long before.
Ooh.
And they're cruising around, listening to the radio. All of a sudden, their song Lithium comes on.
Oh, we love that song.
Yeah, great tune, right?
Yeah.
Catchy as hell.
Mhm.
And so Kurt probably wanted to shut it off, right? Fashion him, I don't want to listen to
I just
myself.
put it
But
all
then,
together.
REM, well, what was it? Michael Stipe?
Stipe,
Mike
yeah.
Stipe, he probably, no, we're going to listen to this, Curdy. So he starts singing along to the song, and then all of a sudden he realizes, like, when he gets to the chorus, yeah. He's like, you know what, buddy? He goes to him as a fun joke. He's like, you know what, buddy? I'm going to write a song on my next album, and I'm going to put more yeahs in it than
Come
you.
on.
So it just was a little personal punch to him, just a little joke.
Throwing a joke into a song
Mm-hmm.
just for you and, well, I guess not anybody. That's Kurt Cobain. So it's a
Yes,
pretty
but-
big deal. That's a pretty good guy to have an Inzy joke with.
Yeah, no, just a fun little joke, little
That's
poke.
awesome.
Just
That
hey,
is really
buddy,
awesome.
you had yeah. Well, I'm gonna go yeah.
So what song was his Yeah, Yeah, Yeah
Good.
song with REM?
Man on the Moon.
Man on the
'cause
well,
after
in the
every
song,
line,
of
remember?
course.
Andy Kaufman, the
Yeah.
rest. Yeah.
And
So
that
he
was-
just had to one up him with
Wow.
the yes, hey.
So because of Kurt Cobain not wanting to listen to his own music, the
Yeah.
Michael guy from REM is like, dude, we're going to do this.
Yep,
We're going to do it good.
Why not, right?
And put a banger up.
And then it becomes a banger movie.
That works.
I mean, everybody. I don't know. A lot of people heard that song. You've never seen the movie, but
I've
yeah.
never seen the movie, but I know
You
the
should
song.
go
yeah.
watch the movie. It's great. And I think
Very
a lot
good.
of people who probably watched the movie went back and realized, hey, that's a catchy song. And then they realized, oh, wait,
Yeah.
this song's 15 years old. Oh,
What's happening?
Yeah,
Yeah, it
what
wasn't
the
made
heck?
for the movie.
Yeah.
Exactly,
Yeah.
right?
That's
So,
weird. And,
yeah,
we have a very, very stern and strict no politics, no religion rule
that's
here.
right.
So we won't get into any of that. But I will
No.
tell this story about Dave Chappelle.
Ah,
Dave Chappelle, a huge, huge fan of Jim Carrey.
yes.
Huge fan. Loved Jim Carrey, everything that he did. Dave Chappelle gets access to go meet Jim Carrey during the filming of Man on the Moon.
Ah, yes.
And as you know, during the entire filming process, Jim Carrey wasn't there. He was only Andy Kaufman.
Yes, he was in
So,
character the whole time. I
exactly.
heard that. He was
Oh,
Method-
he did
method
that in a
acting.
special. Which special did he do that on?
I don't know
remember-
which one. I just saw it
watched-
online.
I watched
Yeah.
that special, and he talked
Mhm.
about
Yeah,
that.
and he's talking about how pumped he is to meet Jim Carrey.
Yeah,
And then he
yeah.
finally gets to meet him, and Jim Carrey's in full Andy Kaufman mode.
Yeah.
Like
And
he's
so
like,
it's not
Jim,
even
I'm a
him?
huge fan. And then he does like Andy Kaufman, like, yeah, rah, rah, does his thing. And then eventually he leaves, and Jim Carrey's like, he's gone. And then Chappelle's like, I wanted to meet Jim Carrey. I didn't want to meet
Yeah.
Andy Kaufman.
Yeah.
So he felt like he was ripped off meeting the person this guy was
Yeah.
pretending to be.
Yeah.
And that's
Instead
sort
of
of
his idol. Jim
exactly. And
Carrey. I
and
know.
he sort of used that to go on a sort of political.
I think
a
I did
political
actually
thing.
see that here. Dave
That was the
talked
gist
about
of it.
that
Yeah,
one.
it was a big moment because like the
Yeah.
world's like whoa, 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 and this is again
Well-
comedy is supposed to be fun again, and we're supposed to be allowed to say what we want without being judged because
Mm-hmm.
it's in the form of humor. But that was sort of his thing. Is like, man, I want to meet Jim Carrey. I didn't want to meet this guy. So he got to meet him, but
Mhm.
it's like I didn't meet him.
Well, I think I heard about that. Jim Carrey talk about that too. He said he got so in depth in character that
Yeah.
it almost like
Killed him. Like Heath
no,
Ledger.
he just
Heath
was,
Ledger.
he
Same
was
thing.
Andy Kaufman.
Yeah,
and
these
that
guys,
was that, and
they-
he just couldn't break character.
they
He'd
do
go out
that.
and be like, I can't, do the next movie. Well, I'm Andy Kaufman. He just.
That's awesome.
It'd be tough though to be an actor
It's
and
scary,
get
but
so
it's
involved.
cool,
Like
yeah,
Heath
it's-
Ledger with the Joker. There's lots of them, right?
But that method acting, that's what led, again, no conspiracies or anything, but that's what led to Heath
Mhm.
Ledger
Yeah,
saying goodbye to the world because it was too hard.
yeah. It's tragic. Too
Yeah.
bad for that.
Yeah, it's so many things, right? It's tragic, it's sad, it's interesting, right? Like
Mhm.
especially in cases like Jim Carrey that didn't end tragically, right? And I think some actors and people find it extremely admirable, but I think a lot of other people are kind of scared of that, right? So
Oh, yeah.
it's
Yeah.
like I don't know. What do you guys think? Is this like a scary bad thing, or is this like
If people are going to end up dying because of
yeah.
it, it's probably not the best idea.
No.
That's the way I look at it.
where do we draw the line then? Like in terms of
You'd have to have someone watching your method actor and keeping track
Yeah.
of how he's doing, I think.
daily
Have a-
therapy or something like that?
Something.
Have a little debrief at
And
the end
it's-
of every day. Like, look,
you-
you're not this person.
You need to
like,
be able to
but-
turn it off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
but then some people, they just need to be in character. I heard that a lot. Like Leonardo DiCaprio, same kind of thing. Like once he's in the moment, like those actors, it's just
And I'm sure if you
full
looked,
on.
if you looked at Jack Nicholson and said, "Hey, man, you got to turn it off now. The shooting day is done,"
Yeah.
he'd punch you in the face.
Yeah,
you know
don't
what
tell
I
me
mean?
how to do it.
But like,
Yeah.
you do need someone to pull you back a little bit,
Oh,
or
for
something
sure.
to go home to that makes you maybe not be your character at night, right?
I'm
So-
very disturbed that there isn't anybody like that out there for these incredible actors doing this. There should be like a specialist that's like, dude, all right.
Oh, I'm sure there is. I'm sure they
Maybe-
have
maybe we
access.
Maybe we
to
just
start
don't
one
hear
on-
about it.
on
Yeah.
set, yeah.
maybe I
good.
should go to Hollywood and
I just don't think many like actors want that to be like public. I'm assuming. But
Yeah, that's
I
a
would
great point.
guarantee that
Mhm.
there's a lot of even online therapy or something that
Yeah.
goes on behind the scenes, or cigarettes or something.
Wow, yeah.
yeah.
Well, you
that's
spend
that's the other
you know,
side of that.
spend
but,
16 hours a day portraying someone like that, and it's like,
Yeah. How do you
Yeah,
get
can
out
you
of it?
just shut it off, right?
Well, yeah,
Very
exactly.
interesting.
And can you get it back if you shut it off? Like the next, you know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
come in the next day and get right back to it. I guess that's why they're professional.
Well, I saw an interview where someone was saying Jim Carrey, the second the cameras were turned on, he could be in his character. So it's definitely interesting to hear that he couldn't get out of his character, because he does have a reputation for being like, yeah, and then you hear action and you just
Go.
snap right
Yeah.
into it, right?
Yeah.
Or I think Leo
I
was
think
probably similar.
Maybe
right?
it was just because he was an idol to Jim Carrey too, Andy Kaufman. You
Yeah.
know that he wanted to
Wanted
be
to
like,
honor
hey,
him.
this is fun. I'm playing a legend. You know,
He
like,
wants to
why do I wanna
honor
turn
his
this off?
hero.
Yeah, it's
Honor
kind
his
of
hero.
paying homage to it, but
Yeah.
maybe it went too far. You know, like
Yeah. There's
to a degree,
also the aspect, and this is actually really, I did not expect this to go. This is what happens when Johnny Factoid is in the house, man. He takes us deep. Old Dirty Bastard from the
Rest in peace,
the
Old.
greatest group of all time, Wu-Tang. Wu-Tang's for the children. Remember that. If you ever want to learn how to live your life properly, listen to some Wu-Tang. I'm telling you. Been watching a lot of like Wu-Tang documentaries. lately.
yes, nice. Great
Old
band.
Dirty Bastard,
Great
one of the founding members. He put out his solo album after 36 Chambers. It was Return to the 36
mhm.
Chambers, and that's where you got Hey Dirty Baby,
Oh,
like
yeah.
all his
Great
all his
album.
hits.
Great record.
And after that, he indulged too much in the lifestyle, and then he went and got clean. And after he got clean, he came back. He had a fight with Wu-Tang and said, I don't want to, like, they didn't want to work with him with the way things were set up. So
Yeah.
he's like, screw you guys. I'm going to go over to Rockefeller, going to work for Hove.
Oh,
We're not Jay-Z fans
we're
anymore.
not getting
No
into
time
that
for that.
whole
Nope.
story.
Screw that guy. I had to erase all my Hova stuff. I had to get rid
Yeah.
of, like, oh, it's
No,
bad.
no.
Anyway, so he goes over there, and ODB realizes as he's trying to perform sober that he can't do it.
Yeah.
He
Yeah.
says,
Yeah.
I am better when I'm under the influence.
Yeah.
And that was basically what led to his death, because he tried, he struggled, he wasn't happy with anything he was putting out while he was sober. So to be the guy that everyone expected him to be, he went back, and that
To
was sort of
be
the
the old
trap.
dirty.
Exactly. So
Right.
like there's the point too where these artists rely on something else to keep them going, even when that something else is horrible and is going to lead to your death. So I think there's a lot there in how these performers get into these zones and these roles that they do.
There's probably a lot more than we know about, obviously, right?
Here. All right. So Johnny Factoid teaching us today that the reason "Do You Believe They Put a Man on the Moon" by REM has a bunch of yeahs in it is because of lithium and Kurt Cobain and a little car ride where lithium came on the air and that Michael Stipe guy is like, "I'm gonna do it better than you, Kurt."
Right.
That's so
Hey?
baller.
Or more, at least.
That's great. Hey, we're 1/4 of the way through on the Monday edition of your show here on the Dufferin Avenue Media Network. I'm so excited. I hope this works. Okay, so one of the biggest things from our damn big watch party we had for the first time yesterday was a test show. We had a lot of fun, a lot of cool stuff. I got a little highlight package for that coming up right away. But the biggest takeaway is our brand new, incredible, amazing. I really hope this carries over. It's going to be anticlimactic. It's not going to, is it?
It's not going to because I changed the Stream Deck settings.
Ah.
But try. Maybe we'll.
Send us an email. Contact@dufferinav.com.
I got texted by LB today saying to switch it over. Or sorry, he asked Noah to switch it over, so I showed Noah how to switch it over after I figured it out.
Yesterday, when I hit this button, we had a boxed up, flying in Contact@Dufferin Ave. You're going to see it in the promo we're going to play from yesterday, the highlight reel. But let us know if you want to get in touch with us. You have an organization, you have a charity, you got a business, you got a show idea, whatever it is, hit us up at contact@dufferinav.com. Or if you're not a fan of the word contact or the @ symbol, you can just go to the website that our friend Royal Anders made, dufferinav.com. Check it out there. I promise you it looks so much cooler. So what happened, Dragon? Talk to me here. Why don't we have the flying on logos like we had yesterday?
Okay, because Adam set them up on a profile.
LB. No one knows Adam. Who's Adam?
He's Adam on our show.
Oh, I guess. So let's say Adam from the viewing room.
Adam from
Context.
the viewing room.
Thank you.
Set it up on. There's a stream. Okay, there's a Stream Deck thing. It's like what we push buttons to put programs up. Okay, I'll simplify it layman's terms. Adam set up a profile on there that would do it for the Super Bowl show, and I had to reset it today to do it for your show because I wanted to have your show stuff on it. Because, this is your show, not
It's your
Super Bowl show.
That's true.
So I switched it over
Okay.
to that, and which is what we're supposed to do. But
No one's saying we're wrong. Nobody made any mistakes here.
Hey.
Nobody makes mistakes here, bro. You know that. You're allowed to do whatever you want without consequences around this. When you're chasing dreams, you got to be crazy.
But if we do want to go back,
I don't want to go back. So LB yesterday,
Okay.
I asked LB, I said, so is this how our contact and our email is going to show up during your show tomorrow? He's like, yeah, of course. Like,
Here,
this is awesome.
I'll fix it for you right now.
I knew it.
He's on the ball.
I knew it. I knew it.
He's got him for the employee of the month there.
Look at him. Look at him flying.
Oh,
His dragon wings are he's such a
soaring.
reach.
He's like a dragon.
So there was a football game yesterday.
Yeah, apparently, hey.
Thoughts? Any?
I
at all?
watched the second half. It was ball hockey before that, and then
How'd the boy do?
good. Sniped 2 top shelfers.
Just like
they're
Pappy
undefeated,
at
his
the
team.
Flamingos.
He's
Yeah.
loving it.
Oh, hold on. All right, here we go. You ready? We're going to try this again.
Here we go.
Oh, I don't even have. There it is. Okay, here we go. Now watch this. If this works. Come on. Hold on. Hold on. Hold
Some
on.
Indiana Jones music.
Yeah, it's not working.
No.
All right, trying again. Come on, girl.
Third time's the charm. Eh?
It's okay. We don't have to do it live. Turn off my app. Okay.
Do
There we go.
editing
I did it.
later. Hey,
Wait for it. I'm really hoping it'll see it today. Yeah, now we got nothing.
Come on.
So now the old one won't even work. That's
It's-
okay.
It's on mobile for your
It's okay.
phone, so
Yep.
hopefully.
he's
Hey.
still the employee of the month.
Maybe
Did
My
it
vote.
change though? Does it look different?
nothing's coming up.
It should
No.
look different though, right?
Oh yeah. My Stream Deck looks different.
So it's probably just the titles aren't loaded into this preset.
That's fine.
I'm believing. So
Yeah.
we'll get LB to load up those titles.
We're just
and-
troubleshooting on the fly, baby. Nothing wrong with that.
Yeah,
Everyone will be in tomorrow. We'll get it figured
it's
out.
fine.
There you go.
All right. So Johnny Kong watched the second quarter of the
Second
Super Bowl.
half.
Second
Yes,
half, sorry.
Yes.
And nothing to write home about is what he said.
Yeah. No. I mean, the Chiefs. There's a couple good throws though. Hey,
Garbage
that big
time.
bomb.
It was
You know,
garbage
if
minutes,
there
though.
was a couple more quarters, You know, if they would have turned it on in the end of the
If they would
first
have
half.
played like 6 or
But
7 quarters,
yeah,
might have had a
let's add
football
a couple
game.
quarters, you know.
I
but
get it.
Football should be like baseball.
I thought it was going to be complete, absolute blowout.
Well,
you know, 40-0.
This is the big
They
question.
put up 22.
The big
Give 'em that.
question. Going in, did you think, were
No.
you of the like mind, not that this would happen, but did you think the refs were playing for Kansas City like the rest of the world?
No, I didn't.
Interesting.
I don't know.
Okay.
I
Now
don't
we're
know.
working
I
something.
wasn't one of those people. I mean, I don't know. In my opinion, I love the NFL. I like watching it, but
yeah.
it does bug me nowadays how many flags are thrown. There is a lot. It kind of gets to the point like everything's pass interference.
Fully
It's like
agree.
you touched the guy.
You-
You know, all the flags are
fouls.
flying. You know,
Fouls, yeah.
I don't really like that part of it. I wish they would just put their whistles away a little more and let them play. I mean,
That
there's
gets play.
times where you know you gotta call it. It
Yeah.
clearly is, but
I think any
I think-
sane person, though, if you saw the game last night, you know the refs weren't on anyone's side. It was.
You're wrong.
You
You are wrong. Do you know
fair.
who the refs were on the side of last night? The overlords that told them, don't you dare
probably.
expose us by playing for Kansas City. Now, you go over the top. I like to call it like reverse racisming, where you go so far the other way. Yeah,
Mhm,
that is blatant what you're doing. You know what I mean? So this one went, he hates the
Too
conspiracy.
far.
He hates the conspiracy.
Well, hey,
But if you spend the entire build-up for 2 weeks with everybody talking about the refs play for Kansas City, if I'm the guys pulling the strings and scripting this thing, I'm saying, all right, you guys, whatever you do,
yeah.
you make it look like you're playing for Philadelphia, all right?
Mhm.
And that's
Well,
what I think we saw
hey,
yesterday.
yeah. Well, I guess you could be right, Gary. I mean,
The Super
the
Bowl.
score was pretty
The
lopsided.
franchise gains
was.
a lot by having the Chiefs win 3 in a row because it keeps Patrick Mahomes in the conversation. Let's be honest.
What conversation is he out of? You
He'll
just-
always be. Yeah,
you
he's a
guys-
great quarterback.
No, I think
mean, you can't
everyone wants to
deny.
compare Pat to Tom, and that's I think people are like, oh well, he didn't do it this year, so now it's going to be less. They do stand to benefit from having
Tom never went 3 in a row.
no, but
Close.
again,
Well,
it puts
a couple times. I think,
it puts Patrick Mahomes in a position like, okay, can we say he's better than Tom Brady now?
I see what
And
you're
it's
saying.
like you know what I mean. They actually they did stand to benefit long term. If they were trying to push an agenda, having the Chiefs win would have been a smarter business decision. Let's be honest. Now we're kind of going back to net zero, in my opinion, where we're having the Eagles win, and now it's like, oh, they rematched from however many years ago, and now it's like, okay, who's doing it next year, right? Like, because now there's not as much Chiefs hype, right? And but I don't think the Eagles franchise is shooting up either, right? Like, you know what I mean? I don't think the Chiefs won the Super Bowl, so obviously they're going to see some benefits, right? But at the end of the day, really, have we seen anyone's fame skyrocket in the last day? No. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
I don't know. I think if they were trying to peddle something, it would have made sense to have the Chiefs win, and then we could be like, oh, the refs, they were playing for the Chiefs the whole time. But like, I just don't see it. You know what I mean? Right? Like it's like NHL. Having the Oilers win would have been crazy, right? Like if they were trying
Great
to peddle
for Canadian.
yeah, it would have, if they were peddling that, they would have brought so much Canadian revenue into the NHL that it would have been insane.
But on the other side of that, you get a place like Florida that needs revenue and needs eyes and needs to thrive so the league can thrive. It's a little easier to make sure.
Florida's doing just fine.
Clearly, this guy doesn't remember the days of Johnny Van Beesbrook back in '94 and
Yes.
'95 and the Rats coming out and all the history
Ah,
behind
yes,
Florida not
the
being able to
old
fill an arena
Rats.
forever.
They're
They
good. They're
struggle.
good now, though.
Yeah.
They are
No,
very good now.
it's-
That's the problem.
Florida's tapping hockey market. Well, Tampa Bay.
And the
I
football
mean, they've
market.
been good forever.
I mean, like we said yesterday,
The trivia,
they've
watch
had the
them go.
most ever Super Bowls hosted in Florida, right?
Yeah,
Like
Tampa Bay, Jacksonville, and Miami.
Yeah,
it's
it's
just
just
dull.
like consistently going in Florida, right? And
Yeah,
man, is it next year Florida again?
probably, man.
Like it's insane. Like it's ridiculous. And, or is it California?
It's
Some-
no
I
idea.
have
I
no
don't think
idea.
I heard.
Sound like Jimmy
They're
Woods
close
from The
enough.
Wizard right there.
yeah.
California.
California.
Yeah. We're gonna do The Wizard. I'm pushing them to do The
Dude.
Wizard on their movie
Yeah.
review show with Lucas. He loves The Power Glove.
Oh, what
It's
a
so
great
bad.
movie. That's
The
one of those
best.
ones I haven't seen in so long.
That's
but
what I'm telling them. I want to watch it
classic.
with them.
Have you've seen it, obviously?
No,
Never.
No,
He wasn't
no,
even.
no.
He wasn't
I
born
know,
like
but-
20 years after.
It's a
I was born
classic.
20 years
Crazy.
after it.
Damn near. What did, it came out like
Forget the Power
93,
Glove.
92, 93.
Then they spring him the surprise Mario 3.
And
Oh,
the
so
reason,
good. So good.
the reason, like it was a huge flop by critics. Like his boy Ebert.
Yeah,
His
wow.
boy Ebert's like, this is the worst film I've ever seen. No one should go watch this. And then it like broke records because kids loved it
yeah.
because
It related
it was
to-
our well that too,
Yeah, you know.
and it was our very first opportunity to view actual gameplay from Super Mario Brothers 3.
That's true. Yeah.
So it was like a trailer built into the movie, which
Yeah,
was
and then
insane at
sold
the
how
time. It
many
was so
copies
crazy.
of that game, right?
And
Which
then
was a great game. Love Mario. I
Absolutely.
just played it the other week.
me too. I have it over here. And then, as that movie comes out, they had the traveling tour where you could play just like they played in The Wizard, and if you did really
yes,
good, you
yes.
get prizes. And they
Yeah.
came through Saskatoon. They had them out by the STV studios, and my brothers and I got my mom to drive us
No
out there,
way. Nice.
and we got to play in this tournament. And my brother Davey won a poster
Sweet.
from a super high score within the Wizard video
yeah.
game contest that was going across Canada.
That's pretty
It was
cool.
insane. And they had a
That's pretty
whole.
sick.
It was a huge like semi full of just gaming units, and everyone would walk on. They'd all play at the same time, and then if you won, you'd go in this and then keep track of your points. It was
I don't-
incredible. It
That's
was
I
awesome.
remember ever hearing about that.
it was
That's
game
awesome.
breaking
It's
at the
like-
time.
it's
Yeah,
like-
it was so
yeah.
cool.
It's like, kids, hop in my semi. I have arcade games. Like, that doesn't sound weird at all, but I
There's
guess
a
it
lot
works.
of security,
Yes,
a big
I
setup.
guess it
Games
works.
in your kids. Yeah, nowadays it would be like,
We're
Yeah.
parked in the field north of Highway 11. Okay, come on out, bring
Come
the
alone.
kids, bring the family, right? 9 p.m. and after only.
Take the
right?
bus.
Yeah.
You guys.
Exactly.
All right. Hey, before we get into the previously recorded segments here, anything else anyone wants to get out there about the Super Bowl? Starting with you, Dragon.
I mean, I don't know. I would have rather seen the Chiefs win anyways than the Eagles
Don't get them started on the Bills.
because I wanted the Bills to beat the Chiefs.
Oh, he got started. Why
But
did we do
the
that?
Bills would have been crushed by the Eagles. Let's be honest.
Always
Did anyone
tough.
see the Chiefs getting crushed as bad as it against the Eagles? No, but like the fact is the Bills would have lost again, and that was just too disheartening. So I figured Kansas City should at least take it home for the Bills, but it just didn't happen.
This guy just loves talking about the Bills.
The Bills.
I like the Bills.
Ah,
I like
yes,
the
the
Bills.
Bills. They've
Thoughts,
had
Johnny?
enough heartbreak back in the day. Hey,
We
we all
talked about
watched them
that,
against the
yeah.
Cowboys back
4
in
in
the
a
day.
row.
The old Emmett Smith days.
Ugly.
Yeah, but
Final
I'm
thoughts?
I'm glad for I'm glad for Jalen Hurts.
Hurts
You
you?
know, like why not? He's been in the league a long time. They got
Fair.
they didn't win it
fair.
a couple of years ago, and
Yeah.
I got some buddies, big Eagles fans, and I got nothing against.
And did the
Eagles.
Chiefs? The Chiefs didn't need to win 3 times.
No.
Let's be honest.
I would have. I would. For the fact that to see him win 3, it would have been kind of exciting.
I
for
want to
that,
see
but-
the Bills win 3 in a row. That would be crazy.
Well, yeah, I think people would like to see it. But Green Bay Packers, they won 3 in a row. It wasn't Super Bowls. Correct me if I'm wrong. Didn't they win 3 championships in a row back in the
60s?
early 60s? I
We
think
talked
they
about
said
something
last
like
night.
that. Yeah.
They said,
There
but
was something.
They won
the
the
first
first
2
ever
Super
Super Bowl.
Bowls, but it just wasn't a Super Bowl at the time.
Yeah,
So
because it was what it was.
technically they
Was
did it 3.
what it was the American Football
Yes.
League versus the National
Yeah,
Football
yeah.
League, and that was how the Super Bowl came about. And then they're like, "Well, this is really cool. Let's just put everyone together."
Yeah,
And then you got
let's
the
do a
NFL.
Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's how you got the AFC and the NFC divisions
Yeah.
from that merging. Okay, guys, this has been fantastic. Johnny Factoid, are you going to roll out here? Or you want to hang around a little bit? You got time? Or
I
what's going
got
on?
time. I'll hang
Okay,
out. Whatever
we'll
you
hang
want.
out. We'll have some
Gary.
fun. Dragon's going to get the hell out of here, he says. He got something to do. So with that in mind, we are now going to play for you a highlight reel from the big damn watch party yesterday. And I sort of based this around, because we went for like 4.5 hours. It was fantastic. I sort of based this around my dad, greatest dad in the world, bottom line, came by for the show. And he brought these hot peppers and big jar full of his homemade hot peppers. And he was pushing them on the guys all night. So I tried to base this around every time Dad was hassling someone, get some hot peppers on those pieces.
Yeah.
Get the hot peppers.
Yeah.
So hopefully it works out. 'Cause I didn't get a good watch at it, but here's a little taste from the Big Damn Watch Super Bowl party from yesterday. Thanks again, guys. Go ahead and run that there, Phenom.
I'll come up. Okay, I finished sending my email.
You sending your email and not, doing your job. What are we paying you for if not to, produce the show?
Okay, so we'll throw in some trivia.
Okay.
Who walked in?
Yeah.
Look at this handsome devil.
We got the coach.
do you
Okay,
think
you're
of
out of
the
job now.
setup?
Come here, come here.
That's awesome.
You're on.
Florence is.
You're
Florence
about to be on.
sandwiches.
All right, I gotta grab a drink here now that you're back.
Yep. You bet. We're all hold on to our mic stand.
We're gonna knock that thing over.
0-0. It's the only thing I'm good at. We've said this already. I don't like it. Hey, Coach Mazer.
Try and make it-
anything here?
No, he's
No, you
top
should be
man.
good. You should be good to go.
Good.
And you gotta eat. Look at the feast
Yeah,
we
we got
got.
all kinds of food.
We get the good commercials or the bad commercials?
We get one good commercial per show. Dad wants you to try those banana peppers. He's really proud of them. We're pushing them all night. We put on a piece of pizza. Those are his homemade banana. Maggie,
Yeah, that's
no.
right. You challenged that. Good.
Get them.
We didn't think about
Just
that.
broth.
Hold on, no, I got a fork. Didn't think that through, did we?
I can't hear you, Dragon. Yes, because I didn't. All right. I need you to tell me what I'm betting on next.
Both Martinsville teams played in the final?
Made it to the final, yeah.
Dang. Martinsville taking over.
Of this tournament, yeah.
Nice.
And there's a couple teams from Virginia.
He's
I'll
wor-
eat your
he's
hot
working
pepper.
on
Hold
that.
on, jeez.
He's been doing that since he got here, man. He's really
Man,
pushing those hot
What do I
peppers.
put them on?
Yeah, there's homemade hot peppers. They used to have the eggs in them.
This is awkward, not going to lie. It's a sweet setup, but it's awkward.
Well, that's why it's our test show. This is our testing.
Oh, it's not a test. We have,
Oh, Kelsey
Oh.
is going to go after him. Here they go. Here they go. Oh. Big play.
so I got a fan that was pretty fan of the NFL, but a kid on our team. Landon might be watching right now.
Landon.
He was pissed after we lost. Super angry. And he hates losing.
How close was it?
We were winning 3-1 at one point. Then it's 3-2 going into the third, and they got 2 in the third to win.
That's a
The most dangerous lead is that 1-goal lead.
yeah. Go on or not? And then they said no,
And
we
they-
shouldn't. He was like, I don't care. I'm Vince.
Yeah, we go on. I'm eating your peppers. Sorry. Dang it.
He just wants to reveal
Hold
the
on.
peppers so bad. This is all he's wanted.
Those are good. But it looks like a jar of pickled hot banana peppers.
That's what it is. Those are his
But that's a
homemade-
clever jar selection if they're homemade.
Those are his homemade banana pepper hard-boiled egg. The eggs
These are
gone.
hard-boiled eggs.
They were. He had. It's like what's it called? Like sourdough, the starter. Like those yeast
So
starters.
those
he has
were
like
full
a
of
starter.
eggs.
Oh, yeah.
I'll eat one.
We'll hook you up. He's always trying to sling his pickled eggs from that hot banana pepper rings. But he makes
Those
them
are
all
delicious.
himself.
Next one.
Next one.
So what type of capsicum are we eating?
Capsicum.
That's an Australian word for bell pepper.
Oh. I don't know. What do
It's
you
just
cut
a
up?
bell-
with the-
It's just a bell pepper. Or,
We walk in and then he's got like 18 things out on the counter and he's slicing stuff up and getting it all fancy. Those are red hot. Apparently the eggs are.
tell you
boiled
what,
eggs. Yeah,
the banana pepper is better than the pizza, but the pizza is great.
this says a lot about the banana pepper.
Mm.
I'm with.
All right, we don't have a last
Can I
drive.
finish my story?
Oh, you're still in your story. Stop interrupting him.
He's not even half done.
DeMar Hamlin
Here we go.
dies.
Yeah. No,
Right?
didn't die.
Didn't
Almost.
die.
He was technically dead.
He
on
was
the field.
technically dead for a
Technically
bit.
dead.
Yeah.
And what, they shut down not only that week, but other games.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They did an incomplete season.
Yeah, that
Because it
affected-
didn't matter. It didn't affect the storyline of the NFL.
But it did
all I'm
affect the
saying.
playoffs, which was the crazy part. Yeah,
That's right, Maggie.
Mm-mm. It helped the storyline.
that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Very interesting. I will say
What
this.
camera am I looking at?
This
It's
camera
changing.
keeps
That
dragging,
one?
switching.
Right
Yeah,
now
look.
we're looking at that one. But you see, we're on camera.
Lando. The Chiefs will win. It's okay.
No, it's not okay. They're going to, but it's not okay.
Right. It's not okay. Be angry, but don't be shocked.
Wait. LB, do you feel bad?
Why
that-
do you think they're so good? Because they're called the Kansas City Refs.
Hold on, guys. LB, are you are you a little sad that the Grey Cup isn't big enough to get rigged?
No, in fact, that's part of the reason I like it. They
This
don't
is what
condone
we
illegal
talk about.
gambling.
This is what we talk about, boys. Philadelphia not being able to run. We knew Kansas City was going to stack it.
Yeah, but so
forcing
far they're
Philly
up
to
7-0.
pass.
So
Yeah, well,
obviously their
that's it.
pass game
That's
is
what- that's
strong
what we
enough
said.
still.
They have to pass because they're not letting them run.
Bringing it every
Ooh,
down.
First down.
Smith again. Now let's see if the refs screw this spot.
They did
Very
it. They gave it to him.
That was
Very generous.
interesting. Maybe the script is different this year.
Yeah, maybe
I
they
just see all the
you know
red in
what?
there.
I bet you I know what it is.
What is
Right?
it,
So
bro?
3-Peat is franchised, right? So they're gonna have to pay a shit ton of money if they start marketing everything as 3-Peat. Because that's already been trademarked. That's what it is.
That's one for
Trademarked.
Michael Jordan.
Trademarked, but yeah, whoever it was, it's
From
been
Bulls.
trademarked. So if they get a 3-Peat, they'll have to pay a bunch of extra money. They want to make money, so they make it a big upset.
Has there ever been a 3-peat in the CFL Grey Cup?
I don't know.
You have to think there has.
Probably.
Dude, there's only 9
I
teams
feel
in
like
the
Toronto.
league.
I feel like Toronto or Edmonton. Edmonton, didn't they have like 5 seasons
look
back
that
to
up.
back?
City of Champions, yeah.
This is
Dad,
pretty,
how many times did
pretty
the
comfortable.
Edmonton football team win the Grey Cup in the 80s?
Yeah, that was almost a 10-yard run.
I'm eating more.
2 to 3 for sure. We got all dressed, we got meat lovers, we got pepperoni.
Oh yeah. What did I do with that fork?
Did you leave it in the jar? Jar it.
What did I do with it for reals?
I fell on the floor.
Yeah, they made a 3-Peat in 54.
They really want to get him going.
Here, I'll pull it up. Might
Nice
even.
Saquon first down.
What do we got back here?
Okay, they had 54, 55, 56 was their 3-Peat. And then they had 78, 79, 80, 81, 82.
Oh, man.
Warren Moon days.
So they had a 5-year run there as well. A
Warren
3-Peat
Moon
and then
was
a
awesome.
5-year run.
Lawrence Pizza and Sandwich. Warren Moon was, who was it? Warren Moon and Doug Flutie, the only 2 guys. You bet. The Houston Oilers.
For real, how do I lose that fork?
We'll get you another one. How are we supposed to eat the peppers without the fork?
You don't have to go get it.
I'm gonna get you.
Just because my feet are gross.
Because we can't monetize them.
Hey. My feet look like they've been in socks all day.
All right. Yeah, there's another run. And then it gets shut down. That's about 2 yards. Uh-oh. Slight hiccup.
So here's our first what? Our first what?
What?
Okay, I won't lose this one. There's got to be. I'll probably put that fork somewhere. I'll find out where I put it after.
All right, All right, Dragon, more trivia.
All right, we got more trivia coming in here.
Is it? Would you be allowed to do play-by-play on this thing?
Yeah,
So why aren't you
I
doing
think.
We weren't allowed.
Okay.
that? You weren't allowed
Fan
to.
zone, we weren't allowed to. You can't comment on the.
Actual game.
Who is playing the halftime show this year? Is it Drake? Tom Petty?
Tom Petty's a tough one.
No, Tom Petty's. Is it Kendrick
Hey,
Lamar
bitch, be
or
humble.
the Who?
Say them all again.
Is it
Bitch, be
Drake,
humble.
Tom Petty, Kendrick Lamar, or the Who?
It's
You
C.
won't get fooled again.
Yeah, it's Kendrick Lamar.
It is.
Sit down.
And a bunch of people want it to
Be
be Taylor
humble.
Swift because they're Swifties.
Yeah.
Now, if they wanted to make a bunch of money, they would have Taylor Swift
We've been really
because
slacking on the funny American shows.
Okay.
Commercials.
I got one more question here for you. This trivia.
Let's hear it.
How many Super Bowls have gone into overtime? Is it A, 2? Is it B, 3? Is it
D.
C, 5?
Oh, I thought you were going to say 4. Come on.
Or is it D, 11?
Whoa, it can't be 11.
I'm going to go with 5. I'm going to say it's C5.
How about this? We can think about it. There's Atlanta. Did I hear 2 from Dad? Yeah, Atlanta, New England. Who was the other one? 2 sounds right. I'm going with 2 as well.
The correct answer is 2, and I believe it was 2021 and 2024, I believe. So in the
Last year?
I think in the last 5 years, there's the last
Yeah,
two,
because they wanna make
last
it
year,
close.
The Chiefs went into overtime.
How did we forget that the last year's Super Bowl went to overtime?
Should I-
Everyone really hates the Chiefs.
Yeah, we
let's
got
go ahead.
time for one more.
Are you keeping score?
No. It's
Make
test
it.
show. Test show.
Of the following teams, which team has never won a Super Bowl? Is it the St. Louis Rams?
It's not the St. Louis.
Whoops.
the
Louis.
St. Louis Ghost Train, bro.
It's St. Louis if you want to.
It is, yeah. Is it the Saints, the Raiders, or the Bills? Which of these teams has never won a Super Bowl?
Bills.
Correct. Bill Bills.
They did a 4-peat of no winning, right?
Bill Bills. Yeah, 4 in a row. They're
But
the
does that
90s.
mean they didn't win at all?
Hey, coach, watch this.
Yes, a
Yeah,
four-peat
well,
of
they-
not a
they've never
four-peat
won.
of
They've
not
never won.
winning means they didn't
There's
win.
actually a lot of teams. There's quite a large amount of teams that have never won a Super Bowl, but the Bills are.
That is
one of
Paul McCartney. Paul McCartney's at the Super Bowl. There's John
Why
Lennon
is
beside him.
Paul McCartney at the Super Bowl?
Hey, it's Pete Davidson. Yeah.
Is that Kevin
Dad, you don't
Costner?
know Pete Davidson?
Who is Pete Davidson with?
Might have been Kevin Costner. My dad saw. Hey, Dad, where did you see Kevin Costner? Dad, where did you see Kevin Costner? Deadwood? They got in an elevator with him and he autographed a napkin. Was he shooting Dances with Wolves at the time?
That was
So we have an autograph of Kevin Costner, Dances with Wolves, on a napkin
Yep.
from a casino in Deadwood.
And that was before Dances with Wolves was
Came
famous.
out. Yeah, it was like they just finished filming it.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Picked.
Bad
Oof.
pass.
it was actually picked off. I missed it.
Does it say security guards, Dad?
Ooh, 6'9" and 6'10". That's huge.
That's Kevin Costner. And how tall is Kevin Costner? Oh, another commercial. The Zoom link right away. Okay, Uncle Grandma's Story Time episode 16 is out.
What's that?
Just right now. It's literally, we recorded it yesterday, and it's just dropping right now.
It's scheduled.
Scheduled in. So it's in there. And yeah, so you can check it out. I just love to send this thing up. That's the email. I'm just loving this so much. Send that away. Get out of here, email. You have fun bringing it in too. Dufferin.com. Head there. Check it out. Uncle Grandma's Storytime, episode 16. A lot of fun. And we made predictions on the Super Bowl, and he was texting saying, "We are so bad at our predictions." I said, "Yes, we are."
Nice.
So if you want to hear us sound like a bunch of dummies, check out the latest episode. A lot of fun. Sent some clips to our friends at King Palms. Looking forward to hearing from them. That was a little bit of a rough tackle, hey?
Go Dirt. That's a big fella.
That's Chris Jones. That's my dog. He's one of my bullets for MVP. He needs like 5 sacks.
Yeah, he's not going to do it now.
Well, last time I bet on a defensive player to win MVP was Von Miller when he won it with Denver. Dragon, 2-minute warning. 2-minute warning. That means trivia, hombre.
He's
Tell us
got
what you
no.
got.
He's got nothing.
See, the proof is in the pudding, right? You see that? You see the new contact and the new website? They come on and they zoom off. I was hoping that would carry over into today. It did not, but that's okay. We'll get it figured out for tomorrow. It's going to be a lot of fun. Again, thank you to everybody who helped us with the Damn Big Watch Party, which that was our test sort of show for it. We worked out a bunch of kinks, and we now have a nice setup for our next Damn Big Watch Party, which I think will be the Oscars with the viewing room boys. So if you have any events or any of that stuff that you want to get involved with and you think a viewing party might be a good way to do it, let us know. I would show you the email, but I'm pretty sure it's not hooked up anymore. I'm just going to try just to make sure here, Phenom, if that's okay. Okay. By the way, Phenom, you didn't say hi yet. Say hi to everybody. There he is. He's just a hand.
Poke his head out.
He's just a
Okay.
hand. There is no head. He's just a hand.
Okay.
It's crazy.
Just the wave.
So that's not going to work. We'll get that Well, whoa. Oh, you're
There you
doing it.
go.
Okay. Let us know. Contact at dufferinave.com. Again, it's way more fun when it zooms in and slides over. Very cool. So that's how you hit us up as we continue. There's the website. Phenom. Working hard today. I like that. Merle Anders, our good friend, made that. Let us know. We'll host a watch party for you or with you or whatever you need, because we are here to help you chase all the dreams you've never been able to. That's what I tell everyone who walks in here, including this guy.
Your show.
Johnny Factoid in the house, hanging out, making his debut. He was a star over at the other place when we used to do a radio show, and he would teach us so many things. And I just want to say one more time, those watch parties are really fun. It's a lot of work, but
Yeah.
that was just a little taste of what went on, and it's mostly just my dad yelling out stories.
Look,
Hot peppers,
eat
hot
some,
peppers.
Eat some hot peppers. They
Kevin
fill up.
Costner,
Hey,
Deadwood, yeah, all these like just hilarious. I love having the bottom line in this beautiful studio that he erected with all of us. It's very cool.
yes.
As
Very
we
nice, very
continue,
nice.
we got one more pre-tape to go here, or previously recorded segment, as some people like to call them. And this one goes back to our friends with Bloom Entertainment and 3 Hall, as they just had the Telemiracle event last Saturday, a couple of days ago. And we have another event coming up soon, as you will learn here right away. Now, this was during my quarantine time while I was sick, so we had our buddy Kinger stop by. You've seen him on the show before. He's with Bloom Entertainment, and he took the lead on this one. So here we go now. This is Kinger introducing our next guest to be playing at 3 Hall coming up here very soon. Take it away, Phenom.
What's up, guys?
Aloha.
Hey.
Konnichiwa.
Yes, you just got back from Japan. Well, let me
I did
introduce you guys
indeed.
here first. Well, first myself, Corey King, a.k.a. Uncle Coco, stepping in as guest interviewer, guest host for the sick Gary the King Nickel. So Corey the King is taking over. And we got my friends here, good friends, Connor Newton, a.k.a. Contrafact, a.k.a. Rootin' Tootin' Connor Newton.
That's right.
And Anthony Thone at the end there, a.k.a. Ants,
How's it going? What's
a.k.a.
up?
Tones,
That's it.
Tony
yeah.
Hart.
Tony Hart, yes. Well,
Got a
welcome,
couple
gents.
names.
Thanks for
Thanks
coming
for
down.
having us.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, so we got a show coming up, hey? February 15th at 3 Hall. Connor's jumped on with Bloom Entertainment, and we're really excited about this show, man.
Me too, dude. I can't wait. I'm super excited. I haven't done anything in a minute. so
Yeah,
it'll
it's
be good
been
to
what,
get back
4
to it.
years or so you've been off?
Something like that.
Yeah, it's good to have you back. I know I was listening to a lot of your stuff a few years ago, and then obviously you guys have been busy with Bombargo on the road, killing it there. But it's good to get this project, these solo projects, and I love how you guys like support each other through your other solo projects. But it's good to get this going again, you know. So what are you doing? You got a single release that you're going to be doing on the 15th?
Yeah, I got a new single that I wrote on the road. I've been writing a ton of music on the road. We've all kind of been writing a ton of music. We just finished recording a whole bunch of new Bombargo stuff we wrote. Sammy just released a new EP of music that he finished. I've got a bunch. Neil's got a record coming out.
Nice.
We've all got lots of things going on, so it's been nice to finally take a bit of a break from what was by far the busiest year we've ever had.
Yeah.
Of touring,
Of
yeah.
touring
yeah,
and-
it just didn't stop. It just kept going and more. I think we did 104 shows.
Wow. So that's down through
On
the
the-
states. You guys were traveling with Bombargo,
yeah,
right?
yeah, we did a handful of shows up in Canada, but it was pretty much all in America last year. And so, yeah, we got back and got into the studio, but the song that Connor's releasing on the 15th here was recorded on tour. A lot of it was recorded driving down the interstate
no
in
way.
the van, actually.
No way.
Yeah,
Yeah.
a lot was done in the van. The van was a constant inspiration.
Yeah.
You just got to make sure whoever's driving to stay, like hit the bumps at the right time.
Tony, at one point, Tony was doing some background vocals while he was in the passenger seat.
Yeah.
And then at
Yeah.
one point, he was doing some while he was driving, too. There.
That's true, yeah.
Safely, though,
Safety
you know,
first, though.
both
Yes.
hands on the
I was
wheel, Sammy
dialed
holding
in.
the
You
I
got a
was
couple like
dialed in.
horns in the background that you can hear.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, we turned those
Revving
up.
to the beat.
Yeah, you got to drive to the beat,
Yeah.
brakes to the beat. Hopefully they're not
It
squeaking
actually
too
worked
much.
out good. I mean, I think there's something about recording on there. I mean, the song is all about being on the road, so
Yeah.
why not record it on the road, literally?
Well, nowadays, as we know, like Billie Eilish, you know, and her brother there, like recording in their basement, you know, or Grammy winners.
just
yeah,
or
you can get
easier
away
and
with
easier to-
recording everywhere.
Yeah.
But yeah, I had no idea. With Connor's track, he was just like, I just heard him like playing music, and like, I had no idea really what it was until he's like, You know, a few hours
Yeah,
in,
there's
he's
a
like,
lot
"Hey
of,
guys,
like,
you should listen to this,"
tip-tap
because he's
to
all in his
made a
phones.
song.
So I'm just driving, like being like, "Oh, he's doing something," you know. And we're kind of all have our buds in or whatever, you know. And then it's just like, "Hey, you guys want to hear this?" And we're like, "Damn, when did you do that?" He's like, "Oh, just the last few hours here." I'm like, "Sweet."
That's amazing. That's amazing. So how many guys are in the van when you guys are cruising around in
We
Bombargo?
roll with six.
Six
Six.
deep most of the
Yeah,
time.
Six, and
6
all
deep.
your gear.
Sometimes we'll have a
Yeah, we got a trailer,
seventh helper, but for
Right.
the most part, we're rolling six, and it's
Yeah.
six is a nice amount of guys in the van.
It's comfy. We've got a
It's
bed
comfy.
built in the back.
Oh, nice.
So
nice.
we've got like the 2 front seats, bench.
So you just, like,
bench,
rotate
and
who
then
gets
you
to
can
have
do
a
2
nap
guys
then?
in the bed usually.
Yeah,
so
you
we've
can
got
get
like 2 in the
2.
bed and then 2 guys.
3 if
can
you're
lay down.
spooning. 3 if
Yeah.
you're spooning.
Three.
Yeah, you got driver, shotgun, first bench is a guy, second bench is a guy, and then 2 in the bed in the back, and that works pretty good. Sometimes we'll all be like sitting up front, but there's usually always someone in that back bed, and
Yeah.
Yeah.
I actually
doesn't stay
prefer the
empty for very
benches,
long.
I think, to sleep because that you're right over those back axles in the back bed, and if it's a bumpy road, it's a bumpy.
And
about
the
sleep.
temperature is always a little different. You know,
So
in the back of the van,
so
the
it-
front of the van. the
You can't
arguments,
hear.
so-
There's a sound thing too. Like
Yeah,
if you're in the
yeah.
back of the van, you may as well be in another room
Really,
down
yeah,
the
yeah.
hall. Yeah, like you're totally.
So
you
with
can be
six
trash
of you
talking in the
guys-
back. No one knows.
Yeah, 6 of you guys on the road like that. Are you guys, you know, you're doing shows pretty much every night, every other night. Sometimes you got a couple night break, whatever it is. You guys, like, how do you guys get along? Is there some times where, you know, you guys get a little bit of friction going?
We
or
have
is
a
it
love-hate
good?
relation. No, it's a love relation. We've been doing this since. I mean, we've been touring. We've toured a lot,
Yeah.
and so I feel like we've ironed out most of the things.
Everybody's little
that-
little things that they
We're
have. I'm
getting
sure,
better.
right?
Last year
Yeah.
was definitely a lot. We weren't mad at each other, but it was a lot of
Yeah.
just touring.
It was
Yeah.
a lot.
You guys
But
seem
yeah,
to keep
we
it.
kind of
keep it
have. We call
together.
them skinny dips. So like once a week, we try to do it once a week, and we go around and like everyone is like says what's going good,
Yeah.
what's kind of on their nerves.
Yeah, yeah.
And
yeah.
that actually
Oh,
has
that's great.
proven
Talk it
to be a
out.
proven process.
Yeah. Yeah.
And we found that like, you know, things will bubble up when we forget to do that. And we found that even if
Yeah.
everything's going good, it's worth doing as well.
Just that communication is huge. Like it's hard enough to even live with
Yeah.
with people, right? Like
Yeah, you
No
start
I
to
live with my
notice-
brother. After a while, it's like you know, you
Yeah,
get
you
Yeah.
these
definitely
little
start
things.
to notice when it's time for it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, the
It's
boys
kind
are
of
ready
wild
for
though,
me.
like how well we do tour together, like in the grand scheme of things. Like I was on a snowboard trip with a bunch of my homies, and we were only sitting in the same house for like a week, and it was
Yeah.
I felt like it was just mayhem. I was
Yeah.
like I was ready to go home.
Ready
but
to
go.
It was a blast, but I was like, man,
Yeah,
Well,
the
that-
repetition
like-
definitely helps.
I think
Yeah.
that's good, and I know you guys have a, you know, you're really strict and consistent too with making sure like you guys are there, you guys are working, you guys are there, you're going night in and night, like you're having fun,
yeah.
but you're consistent though too. You're getting your rest, you're drinking your water when you need to, right?
Definitely, yeah. Getting as much rest as you can, and
That's taking
yeah, I
some
mean-
learning too.
Yeah.
For sure. You
yeah,
know,
we
it wasn't
definitely
always
we're
like
having a
that,
good
but-
time, and we're you know there's some partying that goes down for
Yeah.
sure, but
But to
you
sustain,
can
you have to.
you
Yeah.
can party hard when your tour is like a week and you back
Yeah.
in the day, or if your tour
Yeah.
is 2 weeks, but if you're touring for 6 months, you just can't party that long.
Yeah.
Um,
Well,
so
good on
once
you
in a
guys
while
for
you pick
recognizing
your
that.
nights, but
Yeah.
yeah, it's
So
been fun.
yeah, so Tones, you're gonna be opening up the show for Contrafact. It's been a while
Yeah.
since you've been doing some solo stuff. Hey,
Forever.
forever.
Yeah, forever.
I'm excited.
I'm
like,
bringing out some old, sad, salty tunes.
Nice.
They're
Well, it's
gonna
good to
be
see you.
salty
Good to
as hell.
good to see you in
Like
the
a
solo.
glass of salted water. People are like, what is up with this water? I say, I salted.
It's
the fuck
very
out of it."
salty. It's good to have
Um,
those projects though, and just to get back to kind of your roots a little bit too.
Yeah.
Like you used to come into the Burning Beard and do open mics for me back in the
Totally.
day, and I really love seeing you as a solo artist. And
Thanks, man.
yeah, so we're excited to have you in. So yeah, a couple sad songs that you're gonna
Yeah,
be doing.
well, I'll play a bunch of old songs. I'll play
Salty,
a bunch
I
of
should say.
the old songs that I used to do. Like I used to play so many open mics.
Yeah.
Like I would just like every week I would be there.
yeah.
That's kind of how I grew within
it.
Saskatoon.
We have,
really.
That's what open
Yeah.
mics are about.
And
that's what we
then,
love doing over
yeah.
at Boom, right?
I
And
gotta
so
say,
I'm
you guys
excited.
are doing an absolutely killer job with
Thanks.
that and all of the music that you've been bringing to
Thanks,
City Hall
man.
and like.
Thanks, man. We put a lot of effort into supporting the musicians in the city. That's really high on. That's number one. Really, is to support the musicians, give them a good place to play with good sound quality, and then promote them as well, right? So
Yeah.
So we're excited to have you two in. Tones is going to be doing his solo set. It's going to start at 7 o'clock-ish on February 15th, 3 Hall.
Yes,
3 Hall,
sir.
thanks for supporting live music.
Yes,
Yeah,
all.
it's a great room too.
Yeah, it is. It really is. I don't think you've been on the stage yet,
I
have
haven't
you?
played it, no,
Yeah,
but I
you were there
went
for your
and
brother's
saw.
show.
I saw Rylan and or Lit Cigarettes,
Yeah.
and then
Yeah.
Quentin was opening up,
Squints,
so I
yeah.
couldn't miss that. I was excited because I've missed a few shows of Quentin. I was on the road when Quentin was playing them, so I was
He's
like,
unbelievable,
perfect.
man.
He's got a lot of good.
What a
songs,
great
man.
songwriter, and yeah, we're excited. So, are you gonna have any songs that you wrote? Are you gonna do some covers, a little mix of both?
I'll maybe do a couple covers, but I'll mainly do a bunch of some songs that I wrote. I'll play some of the ones that I've played at open mics like 10 plus years ago.
Yeah.
But I have a few that I've written over like the last year or two that haven't been, that haven't been played outside of like
Yeah.
house parties.
House parties and your
you
buddies
know?
or the boys on the
yeah, I'm
road.
excited to play those and
Yeah, we're excited
Yeah.
to hear that stuff, man. And then, yeah, like Connor, like we've been talking about, he's doing his single release. But Connor, you got some. You're trying to do one a month, right?
Yeah,
Is that the goal?
I've got a series of songs that I wrote all on the road, and they're all kind of like they got a similar sound and sort of similar subject matter.
Yeah.
This one was actually this was my first choice to get out first because I got some really cool guests
Yeah.
on this track.
And it's called On the Road, is
It's
it
called
not?
Life on the Road.
Life on the Road.
And then in brackets, it's hard. So
Yeah.
if you're wondering how Life on the Road is, it gives it away right in the title.
Oh, that's awesome. We're excited to hear hear these tracks, hear them live. You're gonna have the band behind you. Who's in the band? Who's
Yeah,
coming out?
I've got a pretty good band with me this time around. I got Sammy, who we play with in
Yeah,
Bombargo.
Sammy
and
Lee
Sammy and
Fulkerson.
I are
Yeah,
tied at the hip with a lot of music
yeah,
stuff.
yeah. And who else you got coming out?
And then I got my good buddy Scott Leach.
Yeah.
Who this will be the first time that he's actually played with Contrafact.
Perfect.
But
Perfect.
I worked with him at Long and McQuaid, and he
I've
was
heard
just
he's
like
good, yeah.
one of those guys that like, oh, you want to play some piano? You want to play some bass? Oh, and he can just play whatever. He's like,
Yeah.
he's a crazy good musician.
Raw. You need somebody like that in your band, especially when you are typically that guy, but now you're leading, man. You need that support behind
And
you.
he likes playing the 5-string bass, which is also
Oh,
like,
nice.
perfect for my music. too.
Nice. And then who's the fourth?
And then I got Kyle Kryza.
Oh,
on the
legend.
drums,
Kryza.
and he's also running samples and a bunch of backing tracks. So because I really do try and incorporate some of like the more tried and true elements of hip hop.
Yeah.
With the live band stuff. So we've got like some MPCs and drum machines and like all kinds of like warped samples and stuff that are all kind of going on while the band is playing too.
We can't wait for this show, man. It's February 15th at 3 Hall, Public House, hosted by Bloom Entertainment, myself and Saul. We take a lot of love and care and energy and just we just really love supporting live music here in the city. We feel like it's been lacking a little bit since COVID. We kind of not lost the family, but the family's kind of nobody's coming out because there's nowhere to go.
Yeah.
And nowhere to go at a decent time. We're doing it Friday night open mic, Saturday nights. We're doing these books. So February 15th, Contrafact, Anthony Thoen is opening up. And make sure you stream these guys' music, follow them on social, support your local music community. Just want to really thank you guys for coming out and thanking Dufferin Ave for having us here.
Yeah. It's
Appreciate
awesome.
you guys.
It's
Yeah,
cold
this is
outside.
great
I feel
space.
like I'm in a backyard. It's like, should we crack a beer? in here?
Yeah, all right. It's beer time.
I do have 1 o'clock, but we'll see.
Well, on behalf of Dufferin Ave and Maggie, we thank you guys. Thanks for coming out.
Thanks
you,
for having
Corey.
us.
All right, boys.
Peace.
Woo! Yeah, we did it.
Nice.
Let's go.
Well done. See? Again, a huge thank you to Kinger for getting that little ditty done for us as we continue to promote our friends at 3 Hall, February 15th. Going down again. Be sure to get out and support local music, as that's what we are all about. And a big thank you to our friends in Bloom Entertainment. All right, Phenom, let's go ahead and get Frankie's fingers going. Let's get out of here. There it is. Hey, Johnny, have you ever watched the ending at all? We have a little piano play out that goes on.
I think, yeah.
Yeah.
Believe so.
Von Trask, the same guy who made our
Yep.
Your Show intro, his like 94-year-old grandpa just sat down and just started playing the piano like this.
Yeah.
And so now we end every show with Frankie playing us out.
Nice.
It's pretty fun. Huge thank you to this guy, Johnny Factoid, making his debut here on the network, on your show. So happy to have you, and looking very forward to more factoids. As today we learned REM put the Yeah-Yeah-Yeahs in Man on the Moon because of a car ride with Kurt Cobain. And as that Michael Stipe guy was riding with Kurt Cobain, Lithium came on, and yeah, and he's like, I can do more than you. And that's how that came to be inside that song. And that's what Johnny Facto
Great.
does. Whenever he stops by, we all get smarter. So thank you for that. I need a lot of that.
Try to.
Yeah, well, you should move in. Then I could finally be smart for once. I would appreciate that. To the Dragon, stopping by here earlier and kicking off the show with us. Thank you to him for doing a bunch of cleaning in here and setting up and a lot of stuff. To all of our friends with the damn big watch party last night. Really, really appreciate that. It was awesome. We'll have something posted from that coming up very soon as we continue to promote live watch parties here on the network. To the Phenom. Give us a wave, Phenom. Come on now. There he is. Yeah, great job today, buddy. Like you always do. He crushed it. And to Maggie. Always love having Maggie here.
Yes, where's Maggie? Oh,
She
not in her
knows.
spot.
She knows,
around.
she knows it's almost supper time.
Yeah,
She's
gotta
on to
eat.
it. Yeah. She's a smart one. So there you go. Monday in the books. We'll be back tomorrow, and I believe we'll have a little bit of All Out of Angst podcast, possibly. Matt from All the Bands will be here for sure. We might have Dragon or someone else sitting in for Uncle Mike as he is dealing with some stuff going on in his life personally. And to him, we love you and appreciate you, and we are ready for you whenever you're back and back on track. So thank you, and we love you, and to his entire family. We are here for you and support you, and you are all amazing, the Zimmers. Okay, we're out of here. I'm about to go do a tape recording with our author, John Fast, of this book right here, Can't Stop Love. On sale now on Amazon. Check it out. And maybe we'll play that tomorrow, too. Remember, karma is very, very, very real. Do good things, and they'll start happening to you, I promise, all right? Have a great rest of your Monday. You did it, Johnny.
Bye-bye.